Booze and the Dudes, starring Richard the Cool. Uday Yoklaya. And Chuck Box. Yaman. Chuck Box. Booze and the Dudes.
The show ain't.
Okay. That's like the worst opening song we've ever had. It should take a long time.
Should have stuck with the fucking
All right.
man.
So I got on the phone right now. I got Mr. Joe Cappuccino himself, Mr. Pablo Escobar.
Oh, shit.
SoCal. What's up,
That's
Joe?
what they call me. That's what I'm known for. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good. Yeah, so Joe is the owner of Stay Buzz Coffee. We did attend an event, the opening in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
And it's really good coffee. Even if you don't like weed, it's great coffee. I remember you telling me about that stuff, like, actually a while back. So kind of tell us how you got started with that.
Well, it was kind of crazy, man. Shit, man. I've been a cannabis user for a while already, man. And we were trying to develop a company to get into the industry, but we didn't really want to fucking sell weed. You know, everybody's selling weed. So we're like, we really didn't want to go that route. So, you know, my little morning ritual has always been a cup of coffee and a joint. That's been something I've been doing for years, man. And it's been crazy, you know. So one day, I was just smoking and drinking a coffee, and a friend of mine was over, and he's like, dude, wouldn't it be awesome if you bottled that? And I'm like, oh, shit, cannabis coffee.
Yeah.
So it fucking made sense. You know, it just started as an idea. I had a friend that was doing product development for Starbucks, so we got him involved. And, shit, that's how it all started, man. It was just one of those things where I did it anyways, but we decided to bottle it up. And, shit, we came up with Stay Buzz. Well, actually, before it was Stay Buzz Coffee, we were called Starbuzz.
Yeah.
Starbucks Coffee, but then we got hit up by Starbucks, and it was like, oh shit! Like a friend of mine that runs my social media is like, dude, we got a good news and bad news. It's like, what's the good news? You know, good news is we got hit up by Starbucks, and what's the bad news? That we got hit up by Starbucks, and I'm like, oh shit!
Did he send you a and deceased?
You know what? It was a pretty letter at the beginning. It was mostly like, you know what, you really have a cool product, you really love what you're doing, but we will send your ass to jail if you don't stop with this nonsense. So yeah, it was one of those crazy things.
Those exact words.
So it was like, oh shit.
It was typed like that too. So you'll stop with this.
No, yeah, it was awesome. Like the first two paragraphs, I thought they wanted to buy me out.
Delicious.
But then the last one was like, we're gonna send the feds over to your fucking house. I was like, oh shit! It went from fucking high end to fucking you fucking better stop.
Shit.
I thought that he was.
So man, so we changed the name, and you know we send it back to Starbucks to make sure that you know it was in compliance with whatever the fuck they wanted to do, and yeah, they're like, all right, you guys could do Stay Buzz. So we're like, well, fuck it. So you know, we'll fucking do Stay Buzz. But you know what? It actually I like it more. We actually did a survey for the name. More people like it better. It's more into the whole cannabis theme. So, you know, it fucking worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, I know you've always been like an entrepreneur. You know, you had a cell phone business before this, and it was it was going really well. So, I mean, what made you drop all that and then concentrate on cannabis coffee?
Getting high.
You know what? The main thing was I love new industries, and like one of the things is like the business I was right before that was the cell phone industry, and we did very well. We were doing activations, repairs, well, a little bit of everything. We had a couple of stores, but it was an industry that was already saturated. It was already an industry that had a few years behind, so the market was very saturated. The cannabis industry, on the other hand, people have always sold weed and stuff like that, but it's never been to where you can actually have a brand. You know what I'm saying? So our whole thing was, let's create a brand, because you can have a store here, a store there, but you don't necessarily, have a brand per se. So the thing that pretty much caught my eye was it was a very new industry when it comes to legalization and very profitable, very lucrative, because now it wasn't just marketed to potheads, but it was marketed towards a more of a health and wellness product, which is fucking crazy because when I smoked weed for the first time, the last shit on my head was health and wellness. I just wanted to get high as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh shit, I could be healthy and smoke weed. I'm in, dog. Like I'm fucking in. So hell yeah, sign me. Where do I go, man? Shit.
Yeah.
So fuck, man, and it had like pretty much, I've done a lot of research behind it, and it was one of those things where I knew it was going to be one of those industries like the tech industry, like the internet. It was one of those fucking booms. And
absolutely.
It's happening right now.
That's kind of like basically what it reminds me of the cannabis industry is it's almost like alcohol,
what if
alcohol.
Exactly.
What if Starbucks starts their own Star Buzzed coffee?
Yeah, okay.
Right, bro, exactly. Watch those motherfuckers. Shit, man.
Hey, finders keepers,
I'll
man.
send them a pretty letter like, take this to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're starting to sell alcohol at some Starbucks. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
kind of crossing over into alcohol. So
the
I
next
mean, it's
step.
not to
Right.
think they might
Next
cross
step is,
over into
weed and orgies.
weed.
Trust me. They trust me. Eventually, everybody. Dude, there's some KFCs in fucking in Colorado that have a dispensary inside.
You've
dude.
been watching,
right.
you've been
South
watching
Park
too
too
much South
Dude,
Park, bro.
a fucking dispensary, dude. It was the best thing ever, bro. I almost ordered the whole menu, dog. Like, dude, they let you smoke inside,
What?
and it's perfect. They get you, bro. They get you.
In Colorado?
So it's in Colorado. So you know how Walmarts have fucking McDonald's or Burger Kings inside, like that. So they have big ass dispensaries, and there's a fucking KFC inside a dispensary, dude.
Colonel's getting
I
high.
thought it was fucking nuts.
That's the secret
Dude, it was
recipe.
crazy. So eventually, I see that shit happening with a lot of these fucking brands, dude. Lagunitas, the beer that makes those IPAs, they're already making a cannabis beer.
Holy
So-
shit.
Are there any other coffee places that sell marijuana infused coffee, or is it just Stay Buzzed?
No, not here in California. There's a couple of coffee brands out there, but not really serving any coffee or nothing like that. But nothing like the THC and the cannabis. I think right now we're the only ones doing it.
When he said that, my morning routine is have coffee and smoke a joint, and he's like, and then I thought he was gonna go and then accidentally I dropped my joint in my coffee, took a sip, and was like, hey,
Hey, this shit doesn't taste that bad after all.
Bottle that
Fucking badass.
light bulb.
No, I remember you telling me before that you had had coffee beans from your family members in a different country, and
Right.
you were to take that in. Now is that part of the product?
Yes. So my family's been involved in. We're from Nicaragua, Central America, so we've been involved in coffee for a long time. So my grandparents and my dad, and I just never fucking saw coffee as lucrative. I mean, of course it's lucrative, but again, coffee is another market that it's super saturated. So I never really got interest on it. But yeah, so what we started to do is I got some coffee beans, and we started roasting them and adding THC oils, CBD oils, and it would work because after you roast the coffee bean, it stays nice and warm and it acts like a sponge.
Oh.
So the way I knew about that was because that's how we did flavored coffee. So vanilla flavored coffee, it was right after roasting, they will wait for the fucking coffee to cool up for a cool 5 minutes, and then we'll add the vanilla oils, and then you have vanilla coffee. Same shit we did with the weed. So it actually works. So right now we have CBD infused coffee beans, and they're all organic, Arabica beans, shade grown. Tastes fucking bomb, but it's also medicated.
Hell
So you
yeah.
can make it at home. You can make your cold brew, or you can hot brew it. And actually, that side of the business came later, just recently, and it has taken off even a lot more than the actual cannachinos.
Hell yeah, Diego. Well, I know, like I said, I have not seen a lot of cannabis coffee anywhere except for your product.
No.
And I'm surprised.
Right.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, I know you've been prospecting and put them in dispensaries, but I'm surprised all dispensaries don't have this product because it's exclusive product.
There's a lot of dispensaries that aren't legit, so they don't. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to deal with someone else who's actually trying to be legit and start their own business.
Right, right, exactly. So we've been kind of picky in our distribution, just because we understand that it's one of those products where it's pretty much you have to have a liking towards coffee. You have to be a fan of coffee to buy it. So we mostly started with a lot of what they call boutique dispensaries in LA. So like spots in West Hollywood, West LA, some of a couple of Orange County dispensaries. So we kind of picked and chose the spots because, like, also there's a lot of illegal dispensaries, which is okay because we'll still mess with them. But if you're running a fucking completely messy operation, which is what 80% of these people are running right now, then we really don't want nothing with it. So especially in LA and Inland Empire, I've seen a lot of dispensaries that are open one day and then like fucking 2 weeks later they're gone and shit.
Yeah, there's
and
too
it's
much
because
regulation.
it's a lot of regulations right now, man. So it's crazy because when it was illegal, we could have gone away with a lot more shit than now that's legal. You know, it's like
you're regulated.
I'd rather fucking. Yeah, bro, that's exactly what they did, and it was all because of the taxes and the money.
Fuck.
But at the end of the day, it fucking backfired on them because the fucking black market is thriving right now due to the fact that ain't nobody want to pay taxes, bro. If you go to this dispensary called MedMen, they want to charge you $30-$40 in taxes. Bro, that's an eighth, dog. I'd rather fucking buy 2 eighths from my man right here down the street all day. So that's what's happening. It's actually backfiring because they just put stupid taxes and. That shit ain't. They have to fucking change that.
Wait, can you get over the tax?
Can
you get through without not paying taxes if you have like your card or like obviously you need it for actual use, like you have your rec card? Do you get out of paying taxes?
You do. The only way you get away with, I think it's because they have like 3 different taxes. They have an excise tax, they have the sales tax, and they have like the city tax. So I think you can get away from paying the excise tax if you have a medical card, not a rec. Because a rec is one of those cards that you can get in fucking Venice or Santa Monica or anywhere, bro. For like $30-$40.
Yeah,
but a medical card is a card you have to get through the county, wherever you live. So like the county of San Bernardino, you have to go through the county. And you have to go through a real doctor and shit, and
you gotta have cancer.
You have to fucking be dying and shit. But then the fucked up part, if you get a medical card, you can't get a gun.
Yep.
If you have a medical cannabis card, you cannot buy a gun. And we need guns and
Fuck
shit.
you, we need guns. We need them.
We need them, dog.
I got 2 questions now.
We need them in our lives, dog. It's like, I'm not going to... Fuck no, bro.
All right, Joe.
And then
Joe has a question.
get away with a little bit of tax. You get away with a little bit of tax like that, but it doesn't make a big difference.
All right, what's your question, Joe?
I got actually 2 questions now, but the first one, so as I'm like the non-smoker of this group, I've tried marijuana in so many different forms. I remember one time my dad, he took like some champagne and put a fuck ton of marijuana seeds.
Nice guy.
Yeah. And he basically marinated the seeds in the champagne, so it was his own version of like marijuana alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely. It did absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I tried it and it tasted like shit. Come on,
yeah,
man. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
But so now like I picture a coffee shop that's infused with marijuana. I'm just imagining people that are like really stoned and really jittery. But like, so what's your average customer?
It's the cool guy's 8-ball, dude.
Yeah, good question. I was gonna ask you that too. How high do you get when you drink one of these things? I think Richard actually had some, but
yeah, I drank the shit out of it.
That's a great question. So right now with cannabis, there's a couple of what they call cannabinoids, which are pretty much elements that the plant has. So like there's the THC, which everybody knows, it's what gets you high, and there's the CBD, which is cannabidiol. Cannabidiol is what they use on those kids. Have you seen on TV? They have like seizures and stuff like that, and they put these drops under the tongue. It doesn't get them high because the CBD is a non-psychoactive element. So what the CBD does is pretty much the medicinal side of the plant. So what the CBD also counteracts some of the euphoric or panic feelings that some people get with THC. So what we did was, because that was my concern from the beginning, was we did studies on CBD and how it neutralizes your pretty much your anxiety, that you get. Sometimes some people get jittery when they drink coffee. Some people just have anxiety, period.
Yeah.
So what the CBD does, it regulates. Yeah, it regulates your neurological system. So on our coffee, we make sure to do what is called a 1-to-1 ratio. So we put the same ratio amount of CBD, the same ratio amount of THC, so that it counteracts any jittery feelings. We've actually had people that haven't been able to drink coffee in years because of the jittery feelings. They've been able to drink coffee again due to the fact that our coffee contains CBD. Mm-hmm. So we do what is called micro dosing. We don't really sell nothing that's like 100, 200 milligrams. Our coffees have 25 milligrams, which is considered a micro dose, and 25 milligrams of CBD and 25 milligrams of THC. So it's meant for you. It's meant for you to drink the whole bottle. It's like the problem is that when people buy brownies and shit, they'll be like, "Hey, you know what? Here's the brownie. Good, good luck. And by the way, just eat a little crumb because if not, you're gonna die."
Yeah.
And that's the scariest part ever, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because the brownies are. First of all, people don't know milligrams because ain't nobody making brownies
in milligrams. They fucking just put that shit in.
Yeah, and they just put a fucking gram of weed or an ounce of weed in the butter, and that's it. So you don't know how much it has, but it has a lot. So what we make sure is that all of our coffees have to be the exact dosage. We noticed that 25 milligrams was perfect because a lot of people would use it as a creamer. So a lot of people wouldn't drink it straight up. They would just put it in their coffee, use it as a creamer because it's the flavor we have promoting right now is Caramel Kush. So it's a caramel creamer. You can put it in your coffee, and it feels good. It doesn't get you overwhelmingly high, but you do feel nice and relaxed. And we use sativa in all of our coffee, so it's an uplifting feeling. So it's not one of those roller coasters where the coffee gets you up, but the weed gets you down, and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
You got
know what I'm saying? No, it's actually we try to keep it uplifting.
I'm picturing you right now with a white lab coat and like beakers going on.
Yeah, I actually bought one. I just wear it around the house. I feel special.
All right, I got another question. So like you notice coffees nowadays are just like they seem to get more and more extravagant as time goes on.
Right.
It's like we got the triple foam latte, cinnamon coffee with a double espresso shot.
So what's your fucking question,
Hey, cocksucker. My question is, what's like the most outrageous product you have at your coffee shop?
Is it all like 25 milligrams, or do you have like the extreme fucking...
Or just something silly,
You'll see shit.
No, we have one that's 100 milligrams. That's like the strongest one we have. It's a 100 milligram. We only serve it at the shop. We don't sell it bottled. All of our bottles are only 25 milligrams. But we do have a 100, the Cannabis Espresso. That one is pretty strong. That one is really strong. It knocks me like fuck. It gets me very, very high. So that shit, I don't recommend it to any I'm like, dude, if you have a high tolerance and you really want to, fucking feel high, then this is the way to go. But to be honest with you, it doesn't. I haven't seen nobody trip. Like that's the word I want to use. I haven't seen nobody trip. Because I've seen people trip on brownies and shit like that. That shit's the most horrible experience ever, dude. I've seen people go crazy on those. But no, for some reason we try to keep it. We try to keep it to where like you don't have that panic feeling. So I haven't seen really nobody go over the top.
Not like edibles. Like I was on edibles, and I think I told this story on the podcast, and I was just so fucking high. I think I had like, God, what did I have? A chocolate covered cherry. I had a fucking from my mom's purse. It was like only 35 milligrams, and I tell you, I was like Leonardo DiCaprio on fucking Quaaludes. I was so fucking high, bro. So when I went to the podcast party, I was your opening for Stay Buzzed in LA. I drank some of it, but like I'm not normally a coffee drinker. I tell you, it was super smooth. Like, I did drink some of it. It was really smooth. It wasn't like... Because sometimes when you taste brownies or you taste, all types of shit, it reeks of stinky-ass weed.
Yeah.
Sticky weed.
Yes.
And this, I couldn't even get a hint of it. It was just all... It was really smooth.
That's one thing we worked on. You can't even taste it, man. You can't even taste the weed.
I sure hope so. To piggyback on your weed story... I remember we were filming some stuff for one of our little movie projects, and the night before, my cousin had given me what looked like one of those big Subway sandwich cookies, and I ate the whole thing, and it was an edible. I was legit fucked for like 48 hours. The next day, they come and pick me up. Hey, come on, man, we're going to film it. I can't even walk. I'm so fucked. And they're like, all right, Joe, so you're going to be in the scene. You okay to be in your underwear? I'm like, I'll do whatever the fuck you want. Just like, let me sit here for a little bit. And then it's like, okay, it's time for you to go up there. Action. Tantalizing mustard. Cut. Do it again. Why?
I remember that shit.
He's never made better fried bologna.
He was gone. But that's
yeah, dude. Those cookies are heavy duty, bro. People don't know. I mean, you underestimate them because they look nice and pretty, but don't knock you out, dude.
You underestimate the power of cannabis.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, no, yeah. That's what we try to avoid, man, because I see all these fucking we were at a show. We were at the Tommy John's Blazers Cup. And fucking Scott Storch was there with the fucking edible, right? And this motherfucker was selling this fucking, I don't know what it was, but it was a muffin that was 1,000 milligrams. And I was like, what the fuck? Didn't you lose your fucking house and everything you had when you were a fucking drug addict?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, 1,000 milligrams. Like, you can't even eat a fucking piece of it.
I'll eat the whole thing and then just watch what happens to me. I'll wedge it in my throat.
I think I'm just gonna stick to.
Easy.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick to alcohol and die of liver cirrhosis.
What do you think would
happen?
We
still talking about a muffin?
We are. That sounds good. I don't know. I'm just hungry.
So tell me, Joe, what do you think? Obviously, cannabis is legal now, and it's super like accepted as opposed to years ago. I don't know how you felt, but like we as kids grew up and like say no to drugs, and like weed was definitely one of them. Like fucking Scruff McGruff would come to the schools like, man, don't fucking do drugs. And then there'd be stupid commercials like. You remember that commercial where she's like, "Here's your life on drugs," and then it was like a pan, and she's getting all fucking crazy. He get the egg,
Nebula.
And this is when
fucking eggs cooking.
Yeah, this is when you lie to your mom, and this is when you lie to your fucking. It was crazy. So, what do you think? What do you think of the acceptance over the years, and where do you see weed like in the future? I mean, obviously, like I said, it's super.
In every school vending machine.
Yeah, in every. I mean, how far do you think it'll go? I mean, do you think it's like basically like?
No, I think it's yeah. You're right. It's being accepted a lot more. And it's mostly because, it's a new generation. It's like our generation, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And then, for example, my parents were very old school. They really didn't like the idea of cannabis. But as they seen that, for example, I use weed for my back pain. I've had 2 surgeries in my back, and I haven't taken. Yeah, I think that was one of the main reasons why I started getting or doing more research into cannabis, because I was fucking popping Norcos like Skittles every day, man. It was like one of those things where I was just taking them, and then the pain wouldn't even go away no more. But my body had already completely, become accustomed to those shits, and it wasn't doing nothing, but it kept me high. So I was just taking them, like I was addicted to those things for almost 2 years.
I forgot about that.
So I had a doc.
Yeah.
You know what? It was crazy, dude. I had a doctor, dude. He was an Hindu. And he was like, bro, you know what? Have you tried cannabis? I'm like, fuck yeah, I get high. He goes, no, as a medicine. So he starts explaining to me. He starts delving into the CBD and everything. So I think because more people are finding out, and TV is doing a great job marketing it as well, that they're finding it out that it's not just to get high. People are using it. It's battling the opioid crisis that we have right now, bro. People were into popping pills like crazy, bro. I mean, like, I've seen it to where people, like no longer pop pills, and I knew people that were, popping pills every day. So I think that one of those things, I think that is helping people accept cannabis, even the older crowd. And as far as the future, I see it becoming mainstream. When you said vending machines, yeah, we're actually about to be in a few vending machines, cannabis vending machines, that are going to be installed in certain hotels around LA.
Yeah.
So there's going to be vending machines are coming. I see, and also I see the weed, the actual dry weed, as becoming obsolete in the future. I think I see less and less people smoking the actual weed. More people are actually vaping now. More people are actually doing edibles,
but the
mint,
vaping thing
chocolate.
actually is bad for you, though. Has some of that, the coils in the vape.
Yeah, you know what? But you know why people are doing it? It's because there's still a stigma, and with vaping, it doesn't smell. Nobody knows what the hell you're smoking.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I think I see people in the park. I see people at the mall. Discretion right now in this industry is the number one thing. I think that's why we've been so successful with our coffee, because even the Teacher Association of California reached out to us. Complimenting us, dude. Complimenting us. I was like, "What the fuck?" And you know why? It's because all these teachers are alcoholics, dude.
Kindergartners with little.
I'm like, you know what? Let me replace that glass of wine.
Oh, I see that shit, dude, all the time. There was a guy that basically I seen. I was doing, pest control like 6-7 months ago. I was pulled in like a school parking lot, and I seen like two of the fucking faculty members getting high. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
on campus.
And you know why? I'd rather have I would rather have a fucking high teacher at school, but I see people. I knew teachers actually. Like I had a friend of mine that his wife was a teacher, and she used to work in Fontana, and she was always high on these fucking Xanax, bro. And so it's like, fucking, you're in school with these things and shit, and all these kids and shit, and so I think that's why the teachers and professionals are opting for cannabis and the vaping and the edibles, because it's a more discreet way to get medicated or get high. It's much more safer than all these fucking pills.
For
people are tired of alcohol, but it's one of those things where it's an alternative. So I see it. There's tremendous growth right now. A lot of crazy shit's happening because of regulations. So you're going to see a lot of brands disappear. You're going to see a lot of dispensaries go away. You're going to see a lot of new ones pop up. But I think it's definitely going mainstream. And it's definitely being accepted, dude, because you're right. Just a few years ago, if you smoked pot, you were seen as a fucking
loser. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Fucking loser.
I remember this
Up with hope.
I remember this fucker. I used to go in high school, and he had a bald head. He looked like David Draymond from fucking Disturbed, and he was like, "Fuck." I was like, dude, did you study for the test? He's like, yeah, I don't need to study for the test. I just smoke weed. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
It was code.
And he said,
I study high. I get high scores.
I get high scores because I'm fucking high. And he did his test. I don't remember if he passed or not, but it did tell me that he smoked weed, that he didn't have to study.
He died of a heroin overdose.
And I was like, man. And then I remember, too, even in high school, San Bernardino High School represent, in the landscaping class, this motherfucker made he had a pipe made out of a fucking like an apple in the back. And he started getting high. He's like, hey, gringo, you want to fucking hit of this? I was like, no, man, I don't do that. And then not to think much later. I mean, obviously I didn't smoke weed until like I was way later on in life. In fact, it was off of a dare. Of anything, and
yeah, that's pretty funny.
But that's the fucking thing. It's like super accepted. Like even my mom, like a lot of people are on fucking heavy opiates, pain pills, destroying the liver, dying every single day. Like it's
Those
an
things
epidemic.
Put fucking holes in your brain, dude. No joke.
Fucking, it is the number one cause of deaths is now opiates, and just like my mom, she was on, she had a lot of fucking pain. There's a lot of people with fucking back pain, neck pain, and they're all on fucking pain pills. Like
I have neck pain.
Yeah, I mean,
but I stretch and smoke weed.
Even if you guys follow wrestling, there was a lot of wrestlers that have died, like British Bulldog, fucking all them, all died on fucking opiates.
Yeah. And that is so. You hit it on the spot, because the reason we created the CBD cold brew coffee was because we wanted to make an actual wellness product for the sports, for the athletes, MMA fighters and stuff like that. Because I've had friends where, they've actually, a couple of friends of mine actually died of overdose of painkillers because, they were practicing these sports, and, people get injured and shit like that. Yeah. So you know what the awesome part I think about what I call the cannabis 2.0 industry is that you can consume cannabis and you don't have to get high, because now you have products that actually do target the medical part of it, like the CBD products. I'm a CBD user myself, and I use CBD lotions, I use CBD bombs and stuff like that. And they work, dude. They really. I use CBD oil.
Even
put it on the bottle, put it under my tongue.
Even hemp to be used in products like shirts and all that other shit. It's way better. It's way better material.
Quick shout out to the the Trump administration for decriminalizing the hemp, and now you can do shit with hemp. Like, fuck yeah.
Anyways, I got a question. Yeah. Have you ever seen the original Reefer Madness?
The what again?
Have you ever seen the original Reefer Madness?
No, bro, I haven't seen it.
Who gives a shit about Reefer Madness? I'm telling you, the hemp is legal, you motherfucker.
Where are you going with this?
God damn it, Joe.
Because, no,
Joe just fucked that. We apologize to the other Joe.
So, no, the movie Reefer Madness is what mostly kept marijuana from being legal for decades,
right?
Because people believed that this plant was making people lose their fucking minds, and they were getting happy, so happy they could fucking hang it.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I was doing some. I don't know where I was, but the actual, I think it was Bayer, the Bayer Pharmaceuticals actually paid for the production of that movie. Yeah. They were the ones that came out with the actual movie. It was made, directed, and everything by a pharmaceutical company.
Yep.
And then it was later sold to a studio and shit like that. But that shit was a propaganda. It wasn't even. That shit was straight propaganda, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Well,
that's what started the whole stigma and kids going crazy and orgies everywhere and shit.
Yep. They'll lose. They'll lose.
I was like, where are these parties at? I want to go.
There's lobbyists involved.
Yes.
And all that shit, because they'll stand to lose billions of dollars if there's an alternative medicine.
Bayer, who fucking launched that thing, they just bought Monsanto.
Yeah, to grow in your fucking backyard.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna fucking lose tons of money.
So now we have a pharmaceutical industry that owns our food industry.
Right. I just posted something the other day. The first year of legalization of cannabis, the big pharma is going to lose $18.5 billion just on the first year, dude.
That makes me feel good.
So that's a fucking big hit, dude. That's a humongous hit. That means no longer people will be taking these fucking, Norcos and
It's got to make you feel good, though, because like you're a part of that industry that's stopping the pharmaceuticals. You're a part of that change. Because CBD also helps get people off of opioids and shit like that.
Right. You're 100% right, dude. Yes, and that's what we're trying to do. We try to create a product. That's why you can tell on our packaging, you can tell on our dosing, that we try to create a product that, you can get high so many ways. You can get really fucked up so many different ways with dabbing and all these fucking waxes and all this shit. But we didn't want to go that route. We wanted to create a product that if you were tired after work and you just wanted to come home and unwind, and you didn't want to puff a joint, maybe your kids were around or your mom was around, you can just, pop your coffee, drink it, and nobody would even know, and you would feel relaxed. You wouldn't be paranoid. We wanted to create that was what we were looking at, because you can get high so many other ways.
Hell yeah!
So
just like Joe here, man. He gets high off of fucking dust off, motherfucker.
we did a drug episode. They're like, yeah, you can high
exactly. Just some fucking Sharpies, dust off, fucking cement glue.
Eat my ass.
He got a fucking rubber ball in his fucking brain.
Melted army.
So Joe, tell us how we can get your product. So, say for instance, I'm in a different state that is legal to sell product. I mean, is this something that you can ship, or we have people that listen to this in different countries? I mean, is it a possibility to ship it in different countries? How can we get your product?
Yeah. The CBD products we have, yes, we can ship them. So, like our CBD cold brew coffee or CBD coffee beans, yes, those are made with full spectrum hemp CBD. So we can ship those products. You can find them at our website, which is staybuzzedcoffee.com. You can just order it there. All of our CBD products, the cannabis, the THC products, those are only available here in California. We cannot ship those even to states that are legal due to the federal regulations. Still not federally legal yet. So we cannot pretty much cross state lines with THC products. Mm-hmm. But if you are in California, you can find them in a few places. If you're in LA, there's a few dispensaries. Actually, if you go to our page, there's actually a page we have there where we have all the shops that you can find our THC products. where if you go on our Instagram at Staybuzz Coffee, you also can see a list of the different places that you can find our THC products. But the CBD products, you can go to StayBuzzCoffee.com, and those we can ship. And there's an order page right there. You can order the cold brew or the coffee beans.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I guess Joe has one more question for you.
All right, I got one more question for you.
For sure.
Christmas is right around the corner. What is your holiday flavor?
For Christmas?
Yeah, that you sell. Starbucks always has a holiday flavor. What's yours, man?
Ooh.
You know what, man?
Okay.
I haven't even thought about that, and that sounds like a fucking excellent idea, actually.
Hey, he's a white guy.
I'm a white guy. You got to market, man.
You know what?
Damn.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe some candy cane kush.
That's
or
what I was
something.
thinking.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mom?
Candy
Candy cane
cane.
kush,
Yeah,
bro.
great
That-
minds.
you know what? You know what? Remember that name because we are gonna come up with it. Candy
Hell
cane
yeah.
kush.
Candy cane kush.
I'm
That's
trademarking that shit.
It's
You owe
gonna
me
be a
money.
holiday flavor.
No, we're gonna
Hell
we're
yeah.
gonna get some of that candy cane kush around Christmas time. Do another one of these podcasts, and I think we'll be probably
Hell yeah.
we'll
Hopefully
probably
we
be
can
high
get you
as
on here
fuck.
live. Get you on here live as a
Yeah, we'll
guest.
get you over here. Actually, you know, we might do a podcast over at your place in L.A. too. If you're
Yeah, hit
interested.
me up, bro. Hit me
Yeah.
up. I don't mind if you guys want to come over here. I'll drive over there to you guys. I'll take some coffee with me. We'll blaze a
Hell
little
yeah.
bit. We'll have some fun.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! All right, thank you, Joe. And like I say, you can find Joe on Instagram and everywhere, all the social media, Facebook, Stay Buzzed Coffee,
Yeah,
And-
Staybuzz Coffee. Yeah, on our website, StayBuzzCoffee.com. as well.
StayBuzzCoffee.com.
Pretty good.
You're the man. All right, thanks, Joe.
Oh, thank you guys for having me, man. It's been awesome.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right, bye. Take care, brother.
There he is.
You thought my question was going to suck dick, didn't
No,
you?
that was a good question, actually. I thought, like, you're going there, I was like, fuck, what the fuck is he talking about? I was about to bust a fucking beer bottle over your head.
Yeah, I saw you look. You were
Did you see
single-
it?
was
I
like the-
saw that
yeah.
look, too.
Did you see that shit?
Yep.
But, no, he's been doing, he's been an entrepreneur, reading all types of books, I mean, you know, for the longest time. And I don't see any other products like that, so he's got the fucking industry.
He ends
got
up
the market,
listening.
yeah.
He ends up listening to this, and then we edited his entire life, everything he was telling us, to like 5 minutes. It's
So say Buzz Coffee
Yeah.
is great.
It's really chopped up.
Dude, he was giving us like a science lesson when he was talking
Dude,
about it. I was
he's
like, what
super
the fuck?
educated on
Yeah.
that shit. He's not like some kind of fucking Johnny come lately or some fucking idiot selling some
I like
kind
that
of
name
weird-
though.
What?
Johnny Come Lately. It's
Johnny
so-
Come Lately is
so
a fucking
catchy.
good name.
There's a-
But yeah, he's not an idiot. He's fucking
I
really
think so.
educated with
There's
that
a
type of shit.
dispensary that like I can go to, even though I don't have my card. For some reason, they let me in with just my ID.
Yeah, it's like they're all
And
doing that.
and I walk in and they got the damn dark lights on and they're playing Cypress Hill and they walk in,
Indeed.
welcome. I'm all just
Yeah.
I'm just here for weed that's not for me. Can I just and everything? Here, try this OG Kush stuff, and I never smell. I was,
Oh yeah, I love it. And they always, I guess they get like hot chicks at these dispensaries
Yeah,
too, right? They're
yeah, they do.
Or sometimes just
bartenders.
me and drag when they're
Just you and
desperate.
Greg. I've seen that before.
They're
It's
desperate.
It's not cool. But we're gonna go a commercial break, and we're gonna bring on another special guest. His name is Timmy. All right, Booze and Dudes.
Buy me an Xbox. Give me some damn money.
No one wants some crappy clothes from Walmart.
Kids at home giving you shit about being broke? Credit card payments overdue? Well, it's time to get off your ass and do something about it. My new 6-week program will get you rich as fuck. So rich you can buy your spoiled ass kids some stuff.
Wow, Dad, an Xbox. Thanks.
iPhone 10. Thanks, Dad.
Go to bigbucks.info for more information. Don't miss out.
And we're back. Booze and the Dudes. We got a special guest. His name is Timmy. Timmy, introduce yourself, man.
Timmy. Oh, it's Timmy Blunts.
Hell yeah. So, Timmy, how old are you?
I don't know. I forget sometimes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get you.
Fair
we're
enough.
trying to get. Fair enough. We're gonna try to get you a date, my friend. Okay. We're calling out any girls interested in dating my buddy Timmy here.
Timmy.
Okay. So we're gonna ask you some questions. To see how, basically you would fit for any girl listeners. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, they
male.
have to
Okay.
smoke
So here we
weed.
go. Here we go, Tim.
Or male.
Our mail. Whatever
Yeah,
you
I
like.
don't know
man.
about no mail.
Whatever you're into,
Come on,
man.
man.
Hey, come on.
Hey, we don't judge.
Be in
Yeah,
the
I
deep.
don't
It's
judge it,
2018,
but
bro. Come on.
I don't fucking like dudes. I don't
I mean,
know why.
I've had
Oh
a
yeah, dude. I
popsicle
mean,
stick up
you
my
never
ass.
touched your dick. I mean, who
I
has?
had tried fucking
Yeah.
people,
Come on.
Yeah.
but it ain't my
Come
fucking
on.
cup of tea.
No.
Come
That's all I'm
on.
saying.
I got
Oh,
you.
wait, so you have touched dicks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So let's ask you a question, Tim. If you were to describe yourself as an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Oh shit. That's crazy because I've never been asked that before.
Never.
What kind of animal I'll be? I don't know. What kind of animal has color eyes and shit? It's fucking random.
Yeah.
That
You know what I
would be the seafaring. I have
You know
no
what I mean?
idea.
What kind of animal was it?
Duck-billed platypus.
A duck-billed platypus. That sounds pretty gangster.
Okay. All right. So he's a duck-bill platypus.
Oh yeah, they got some.
Okay.
They got some
Random.
venomous hooks, man.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Little poison, little cuteness. Little
Yeah,
redness.
little bit of duck.
All right,
bill.
Tim.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. What would you describe as a perfect date?
Oh shit.
Drag sassy. Drag. Hey, thank you. Ooh, let's beat them.
Oh, hey, it's my wife, Michelle. Let's give it up for, ladies and gentlemen.
What we gotta do is beat those dogs.
You suck!
They barking.
Thanks, honey.
Go take care of your dogs and bring back a band-aid.
Hey, Richard, open the door, let the fucking dogs out so they can run away.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
There we go.
Coco the Gimp.
Coco.
Oh.
All right, Tim, don't fucking avoid the question. What would you describe as a perfect date?
A perfect date. Oh man, we have to be able to smoke, drink, and eat.
That's
And-
smoke.
And maybe end the date at the end with like maybe a little fuck at the night if so.
Dang. All
Yeah.
right.
Just a little one. Not a
night,
very
like,
big.
fuck
Just
it.
a little one. A little
Just
Just a
fuck.
little
one.
fuck.
A
Just a
small
little
fuck.
fuck.
You gotta
Like-
drink. You gotta smoke.
You know,
Yeah.
a 3 thrusts and a tug.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot
Like
of
a couple
crying
hours or so,
afterwards.
you know what I mean? Just-
As a dating expert, Joe, what do you take that? I mean, is that a perfect date? Is that a little smoking, little drinking, and a little fucking?
As the expert of the group, no.
Yes,
I
no.
think that's a very lazy date.
Yeah.
Because, you want to be with a woman. You want to get her to smile. You want to get her to have a good time. You don't just take her to your fucking couch and put on America's Got Talent, light up a blunt and a crack a beer.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to get the pussy wet.
What's gonna get the pussy? What's the perfect date?
Climbing the
Let's
wall.
ask the expert.
You know
Yeah,
what?
what is the
Okay,
perfect date?
it's going to be something like Olive Garden to start.
Oh my!
To
Did you
start.
say Olive Garden.
Yeah, man, Olive
Gotta
Garden.
take her
gets the-
somewhere nicer than like a fancy French restaurant. Jacques
What the
in the
fuck?
box. Oh,
Jack,
come on! You
Anyways,
fell for it every time.
anyways, yeah.
Every time.
fell
And
for
it's
it.
always best to take her to do something that she hasn't actually ever done before,
Yeah.
or something that's at least kind of new to both of you.
Bungee jumping.
Not that extreme.
Not that extreme.
Not
Yeah,
that
no,
extreme,
no,
no.
no.
But
maybe like a theme park or some shit.
theme park.
Yeah.
One of our
Mini
sponsors.
golf.
One of
Yeah,
our
that sounds
sponsors is
pretty
the
cool.
bungee jumping company.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I should have said bungee jumping.
You should
Oh
have.
shit, we should have
Yeah.
said bungee jumping. in.
But yeah. So
There you go.
unless he finds like his doppelganger with a pussy, maybe that's the perfect date for them.
So, listening to the expert, would you change anything from your original answer?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would.
Yeah.
I probably would take her on to a better date and still
Yeah.
smoke some weed and drink some.
There's
beer
still
for
going to
her.
be some weed
Yeah, of
in
course
beer.
there-
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Why
Of
not?
course.
Instead of a large Coke, it's a large beer.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. If you had to give yourself a nickname, what nickname would you give yourself?
It's what I've been running with all this time.
What is
Timmy.
it? Timmy.
Yep.
Timmy.
Isn't that also your birth name?
No, his
Nah.
real name is Mort Rupert Everett III.
Yeah.
So Timmy sounds way fucking
better.
better.
That's a way fucking better name.
I like
That,
Timmy.
that sounds like he's some sort of Prince and the Pauper shit. That like he's actually like a billionaire and he
Yeah.
decided to run away
If
from
he
it all.
said that name on the streets,
Yeah.
they'd kick the shit out of him.
Get my ass kicked from here in China
Yeah.
Fuck.
with that
Um,
fucked up name.
So Tim, let me ask you, what song best describes your life and why?
Oh shit. Oh. Damn. there's too many of them that some of them I don't even remember what they're called anymore.
Oh, come on, you can think of something.
I know there's that Aquaman song that's kind of up there. Because I get high everywhere I go and shit. And there's.
Did you say Aquaman?
No, I didn't say Aquaman.
Aqua Velva.
I heard
It's
Aqua.
his favorite cologne.
Anyways.
Aqua Velva?
Aqua Velva.
That's a song?
I don't know.
No,
Is
he was
it?
trying to say Afro Man because I got high.
Yeah.
Were you trying to say Afro Man?
Yeah. I think I'm
Aqua
this.
Velva.
Because
might
you're
be
always
someone.
high.
I'm always high.
How long have you been smoking weed for?
Oh, man. About, like, more than 24 years?
Aren't you like only 26?
Oh, no.
And how old are you, man? What age did you start smoking weed?
I started at, like, 14.
14? Damn. All right, Tim, let me ask you. What is your best pickup line?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have pickup lines. I just be like, what's up? How you guys doing?
What's up?
He
How's
be
it
like,
going?
girl, is your dad a baker? Because you got some nice buns.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
shit. See
That's
that
pretty
shit?
clean.
That will not get you punched in the mouth.
Yeah, with slap
No.
the face, kicking the balls.
That is not sexual harassment.
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. What's up? My name's Tim.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
What's yours,
that's a
Joe?
little rough.
I don't have one, man. My scams.
This dude's never been laid. I'm sure
The
it's
way
all lies.
that I work with a woman, it's a slow brew. It's a slow. Fuck you.
You take too long.
There's no one line that's gonna get you laid. Okay.
Yes, there is.
Oh wait, no, yeah, there is
Yes,
one line.
there
is.
Do you take cash or card?
Oh, shit.
Boo.
So, Tim,
Yeah.
which is more important? Having a great sense of humor? Having an intelligent
Or a
conversation?
big old ding dong.
Being active and sporty? Or being passionate about life?
Yeah. I think humor.
Sense of humor?
Humor is pretty good, man.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Humor's good.
Yeah, you seem like you got a good sense of humor. I mean, you
Yeah.
made us laugh.
Yeah, sure did.
Shit. Every now
Hell
and then.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think should foot the bill for a dinner date?
What do you mean by a dinner date?
So you paying for the bill or you lady paying for the bill?
I think 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50.
Are you gonna bust out a coupon for like a really
No.
titty fresh?
No. I'm gonna call shenanigans right here. You tell her that Ocean's 11, that new Oceans came out, and you tell her that new Ghostbusters came out. Shit's changed. Women are now paying the bills first.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
See,
Yep.
this is a
On the
woman
first date?
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I don't have to pay this
You
bill no
goddamn
more.
right.
On the first date, I don't have to pay the bill
You tell
anymore.
her 2020, the Democrats are gonna run an all-female group. You
Damn.
tell her she better foot the bill. You
Damn.
get the next one.
You
I'll
are
get the next
political
one.
as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. If you were to propose, how would you do it?
Oh, shit. If I
On
would have
two
proposed.
knees, pulling out the ding dong.
Actually, I would probably have the ring on my dick. While I'm walking.
What are you, size fucking 2?
It's right there on the pillow and shit. You know what I mean? Walking up to her, like, hey, how you like this?
He's fucking like
You know how hard I had to get my dick for it to fit this fucking ring?
Dude, no, it reminds me of Robin Williams and Death of Smoochie. Please, it's small, but it's fierce.
Hell yeah. That's how we do it. Okay.
Oh, that's good shit.
All right, Tim. What car would best describe your personality?
Studebaker.
Oh, man. I think it would be like a, like maybe like a wagon, some kind of wagon.
Like a shaggin' wagon.
Like
Red
a
Rider. Red Rider wagon.
Little Red Rider wagon.
Like the both B-Dub,
Hell yeah.
bus
Radio
or something, or a fucking old ass school bus or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, an old ass school bus.
So
Magic school bus.
say that money is no object. What kind of gift would you give your girlfriend?
Dick in a box.
Oh, what kind of gift? Oh man,
D and a V. A D and a V.
You know what? I'll give her a gas mask. It's connected to a fucking butt pipe. It
You're
never
so
runs
fucking
dry.
romantic.
I know.
You're trying to get a fucking date here, bro.
Hey man, that's
Ladies, are you listening?
I'll lather you up in ketchup and mustard. I'll make a hot dog out of you, girl.
shit. I want to make sure she stays constant high as much as I do.
I'm gonna put ketchup on my left cheek and mayonnaise on my right cheek. We're gonna make secret sauce.
You know what?
All
I
right.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
If you were a superhero, who would you be and why?
Oh man, I'll be like,
Oh, great, man. Thanks for burping right in the mic.
Dude, they've been requesting it.
Have they?
They're like, hey, can you guys belch more into the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if you
awesome.
guys can, chew by all means.
oh, shit.
Yeah, and please talk over each other,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That's a good one.
We like that.
That's good. Hey, Superman.
Wait, what, Tim? What? You're just
Oh,
over
yeah.
here. Sorry.
My superhero.
We're bitching about each other.
Yeah, I'll be like Storm or some shit where I could cause fire and a whole bunch of breach.
Did he just, like, change the three
Yeah,
superheroes?
he went
Yeah.
DC to Marvel.
He was
That's
Superman
it.
A Storm.
Yeah.
Which is it, Tim? He went from a white guy on a farm to a black
Storm.
Jamaican Storm.
Oh, yeah.
She's African, bro.
Storm.
Hey, shut the fuck
Hey, why
up.
would you
Not
be
even
Storm?
that.
Why would you be
Because-
Storm?
Because then I could get the whole world high at one time.
Oh.
Oh, see, it's kinda, yeah.
Yep, you know, everybody fucking be having the munchies. Who be fighting when you be eating?
Well, why not just be God?
Damn. All right.
Be Legion. I'd be Legion.
You've won a lifetime award for doing something. What did you do?
Oh, shit. I think it would be
Shit.
Pooping?
yeah, the shit award. Shit to the world award. Fuck it. Nah, probably the peace award maybe. Cause
Mhm.
fucking
Made more women come
make more.
than any other man did in 24 hours.
The pizza award? I'm sorry, what did you
yeah,
say?
the pizza award, man.
Yeah,
The
that's
peace award. The peace or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza award. Okay.
Yeah,
All
pizza.
right.
Feed the whole fuck.
Who doesn't
Well,
want to win the
ladies,
pizza award?
his name is Tim, and he is available. Okay. So let's give it up for our guest, Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, anything else to say to any girls out there? Or any dudes?
Dudes. Hey, just keep smoking weed.
I got a pee-pee,
Just-
and I know how to use it.
He'll propose to you on his little dick.
Well planned.
Come on down, talk to me, Tim and little Tim.
Yep.
That's all right.
You want
Yeah.
to chill, you want to slow.
Yeah,
Come
but-
on down.
Give her 10 for ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Tim. This is Booze and Dudes. We're got a
Booze and
commercial.
Dudes.
We'll be right back.
Do you like coffee? Do you like getting high? Well, if you said yes, then we got the product for you. Stay Buzzed Cappuccinos. With 25 milligrams of CBD and 25 milligrams of THC. Go to StayBuzzedCoffee.com or ask for it at your local dispensary.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Lil Dicky, aka Mr. Leftward Sloping Penis.
We're back.
I got a story for you.
Zionist.
Booze and Dudes.
Yes, sir. Alright, let's go.
Yeah.
Now I've been dating this girl named Katie. She
Katie.
hot as hell. And her body crazy, but
That's Lil Dicky.
It don't smell.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lil Dicky.
Because
Anyways.
he's a good friend of ours.
He's such a good friend of the podcast because he calls in all the time.
He does.
And, he's just a good dude. But,
Yeah.
anyways.
It's the least he can do.
So we got Tim here still.
Yeah, what
Tim, guess what? You get a chance to play Stoner or Sober.
Stone.
Now, I don't know if we have any gifts to give you. We'll probably give you a beer if you win.
Got a
Oh,
backpack.
yeah.
Premium beer. No, I don't have a fucking backpack. No mo.
So angry.
Fucked up.
I'll give you a back scratcher.
Bad shit.
So,
It's like, let me look around my garage and see what I don't need.
yeah. We'll get you
That's
something.
fine.
We'll hook you up with something. Back scratcher.
Don't trip out.
Fucking
Tuna sandwich.
tuna
melt.
sandwich. Some dust off.
Do you need an extension cord?
Hey, I'll take a blood wrap.
So all you gotta do, bro.
Butt plugs.
All you gotta do, bro, is get 5 right. And I'm gonna give you. How many names should I give him? 8?
10.
10? He's only gonna get 5 out of 10?
No, he's got to get it
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10, bro.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Alright.
It's time to play Stoner or Sober. I bet I was fucking with your head right now because I just did that effect, huh?
Not really. I'm just,
Oh, okay.
He's I'm
A little.
man, nothing
A
bothers
little.
me.
Nah, I'm used to that shit.
Yeah, I'm used to people talking
I
about
hear
their
this
gods.
music in my head all day.
You guys are fucking. Okay, here we go. Stoner or Sober? He's a wrestler. His name's Kenny Omega.
never seen him, but. give me
Motherfucker's
my
name's Kenny Omega. Is he sober or a stoner?
He might be a stoner. It sounds like a dog. Maybe that is.
Okay. So, is he a stoner? Sorry, no, he's not.
I knew that.
Let's give you an easy one. So you already got one wrong. You get 3 wrong, bro.
Looks like Mama's wrong again.
You are fucking done. CM Punk. You've heard of CM Punk, right?
Yeah. Well,
He's
Okay.
the popcorn salesman, right?
He sells popcorn.
Door-to-door popcorn
Sober?
salesman.
Or stoner?
I think he's the sober one, man. It seems like he'd be like too much on something else.
Sober?
Yeah.
Correct. Straight edge.
All right. Yeah, if you just said he was a stoner, we'd have all been like, really, bro? Do you not watch the product?
Straight.
Okay.
I don't want to know it.
That's what I think is straight edge.
Let's give you the next one.
Right, bros? Right? I mean, we're boozing the dudes. Don't you
George Clooney.
I hate like birds.
Stoner or sober?
Oh, George Clooney. He sounds like a stoner right there, man.
Do you not know who this guy is?
You're right. Yeah, do you not know who George Clooney is?
Nah.
Batman. The good Batman. The best Batman
The
ever.
best Batman.
Best goddamn doctor you've ever seen in a sitcom on Channel 4.
Probably.
Okay, my friend, you're on the right path.
Fucking shit.
It's 2-1 right now.
2-1.
Oh, shit.
Penn and Teller. I do magic.
The short guy.
Oh, the short guy.
Short guy, fat guy.
And the fat guy.
The short guy doesn't talk.
I think he is a stoner because he looks like high half the time when he's in the magic shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, shit.
Tim, I want you to do me a favor. From now on when you talk, open your mouth completely. None of that half bad stuff.
You tell him that the next
Hey.
time you're fucking him, you open his ass.
Tell him open your mouth completely. I'll stick a dick in it.
God damn it.
If it ain't all the way open, I'll still just shove it right through.
I don't know why. Why do we get
I
like
didn't
that?
understand what the fuck you
we
just said.
lost our entire crowd like that. There goes
That's
the
why we
crowd.
brought him on the fucking show.
Damn it. Aw.
Fucking pig.
They can smell it. They can smell it.
All right,
over
my
the
boy.
fucking airwaves.
Alright, man.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny
Stoner or
Depp.
sober?
Oh, I think the Johnny Depp is a fucking stoner.
The Johnny Depp.
You got it right. The Johnny Depp.
The Johnny Depp.
The Johnny Depp is a stoner. Yes, correct. Okay, you can't get one more wrong. You have to get the rest right, my friend.
Ah, shit.
You better summon
Okay,
the
you wanna
stoner
win.
gods.
You want to win.
You better like summon the power of Tommy Chung.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Eminem. Stoner or sober currently?
Currently, I think he's sober currently, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
It's called another rehab.
It's called I Got a Daddy, yo. I gotta stay sober for her.
It's called Gotta Pay My Bills.
Yeah.
Gotta
4
stay
more
trouble.
away, bro.
Alright, man.
You're gonna win.
Alright, let's see how it is.
Kris Jenner. That's the Kardashians' mom. Stoner or sober?
I think she's sober.
She's sober.
Yeah,
Final answer.
final answer.
Sorry, man. She's a stoner.
Dude, you should have realized by him saying final answer, because he didn't say that once before. That was him being like, "Are you sure you want to say that?"
Absolutely. But thanks for playing,
Yeah,
though.
you fucked that up though.
Hey,
Thanks
no,
for
give him the
playing
rest
that,
of them.
bro.
Give him the rest of them.
You totally,
Okay,
you totally
alright.
No,
shamed
he
him.
doesn't have to win anything now, but let's see what he says.
But before we go, you guys should know that he shamed his family.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
You can't go back to the village now.
All right, my friend.
I'm not taking you home.
Hmm.
alright.
They're gonna flog you.
Let's ask him. Oprah Winfrey. Stoner or sober?
Fat.
Oh, I think Oprah
Sober.
is fucking a sober person.
Stoner.
She's a stoner? That's-
She's a stoner?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Oprah, if you're listening.
Damn.
Oh.
But fuck, we're just. I mean, we got a couple more names. Justin Bieber.
I don't even know, to tell you the truth.
Justin Bieber.
You gotta take an
Take a
educated guess.
That's a kid, man. That's like a
He's
little
not a kid anymore. He's a douchebag and he's like 23, 24.
Oh, shit.
He's like a human douche.
Alright, then he might be a stoner because he's so young and shit. He probably just experimenting.
Human tampon.
Yeah, he's a star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's about it. That's all I have on here, and unfortunately did not win.
Nothing.
You were close,
Nope.
but you
Not even
get
close. But you are being nice.
Can we play a game?
no.
Oh,
Okay.
he just wants to play a game.
I want to play
man.
Candyland.
He always wants.
You know, I'm thinking about the people who are catching the red eye flight and they're listening to this.
When you talk, put the mic to your mouth.
They're like, "What the fuck am I listening to?" I still have 24 hours to go.
I just wanted
Tim, I think there's a message for you. Hold on.
the lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie. When does he get it? He doesn't.
Wait for the
We
punchline.
see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Wrong.
Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that
sound
all
like hanging
offers shall
under a
become
bridge
null and
tomorrow.
void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses
cracked
herein
a
and herein
beer.
contained, etc., etc. Fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., etc.
You hearing this?
Memo bis punitor delicatum. It's all there, black and white,
This is
clear
the Booze
as
and the Juice
crystal.
contract for everyone who comes on the
You stole
show.
fizzy lifting drinks. You
Every
bumped
day.
into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I hope you're
Okay.
happy. God, that's pretty harsh. I
You
had
gotta
to do
tell
it though.
everybody
But,
at the village the same thing.
It takes a village.
It
It
does.
takes the village to run it.
Hillary Clinton.
Unfortunately, I had to do that to you.
Oh yeah.
We
Okay,
gotta,
so
we gotta bring them to
Tim,
Hill
can we find you
also.
on Instagram, YouTube, anything you want to shout out?
Shit, I'm not on neither one of those motherfucking things.
Ah.
You're not on any social media.
Nope.
Sorry.
Anything you guys would like to shout out?
Yeah.
Dudes?
Beers and bad movies will be updated very soon.
I'm currently under Twitter, under incognito, under my wife's Chick Sassy, because I'm constantly being removed from Facebook and Twitter. So if you guys want to check me out, I'm at Chick Sassy or Richard the Cool or Magaman.
There it is. There you have it. And like I said, listen to us, boozingthedudes.com. You could separate it on some of them, but we're on pretty much all the podcast players. Sometimes it's all together, sometimes it's separated. Booze, B-O-O-Z-E.
Isn't that funny? It's like there's a Booze and the Dudes A team and then a B team.
What are you talking about?
Who's the A team?
Us.
Oh,
Who's the
and-
B team?
Well, who's B team?
You, whoever else the fuck you got.
Oh,
Hey, shut
Oh,
the
that's
fuck
messed
up. I put those as bonus episodes, so stop being so jealous.
jelly,
So jealous.
jelly, Angela.
This is Booze and the Dudes. Thanks for watching, or no, listening.
It's our dream one day that you
It
watch.
was all a dream.
You all just
Thanks
fucking
again. Once again, Stay Buzz Coffee. Thank you, Joe Cappuccino, and thank you, Tim, for being on the podcast. See ya. Love y'all. Thank you.
Staring out to the cage-like walls. Time goes by and the shadows crawl. Crushing candy, crushing pills. Got no job, my pays my bills. Texting exes, get my feels. Sweating bullets, Netflix chills. World's out there singing the blues. 20 more dead on the evening news. Think to myself, really, what's the use? I'm just like you, I was born to lose. Why, oh why can't you just fix me? When all I want to feel numb, but the medication's all gone. Why, oh why does God